our wonderful Rabbi.
Thank you. It's so nice to be able to speak again the parasha of the week, and this time the parasha is Korach. It's a very interesting parasha. It's a parasha of rebellion, the rebellion of Korach. Not only a rebellion of Korach, he's the cousin of Moshe Rabbeinu, and that we thought that throughout we see people who are even in the time when they did the golden calf, you know, all the tribe of Levi joined Moshe Rabbeinu to punish the sinners. No, so everything it seems to be very peaceful. All of a sudden now, even his family, you know, is in trouble. Not only just regular trouble. Here is they are challenging his authority. They are challenging his position as the main leader, him and his brother Aaron. It's so, you know, in time of crisis, it's very important to have effective leadership. And there was no greater time of crisis than now. Think about it. I started thinking that the people of Israel, after the Meragelim, the spies, who came with terrible report, and they were punished for every day that they went to scout the land in Eretz Israel, they had to stay a year in the desert. 40 years. They knew that they were going to be there for 40 years until everybody dies from 20 years onward. So can you imagine when the people themselves see practically no future, nothing to look forward to? All the excitement of leaving Egypt from the Exodus is already been gone for a long time. And now, what are they to look forward? So when there are crises like that, this is the crisis. And you have people like Datan and Aviran, who rebel rousers. You have the Korah, then 250 those who allied to Korach as well. There were big people with complaint. You have complaint when you have no future to look forward to, that automatically come complain. You see everything in a negative form. So now not only they show things in a negative form that they complain about, perhaps the water didn't have water, or they complain about the manna that they wanted meat, they now complain even about the leadership. So Korach was the challenge of leadership as to whether it was necessary even at all. And the way he challenged Moshe is like all the demagogues do. They tell a little bit of truth, but in essence, they create even a lie to try to convince people that that is the truth. And they use all their capabilities and method, and even the real truth, they twist it and make it into the real truth. They twist for them what is true to them, which is a lie. They twist it in such a way that they create a truth out of it. And this is how the challenge was of Korach. Korach started to express his challenge to Moshe as a real Democrat. Because he said, כי כל העדה כולם קדושים, ומדוע תתנשאו על קהל השם? The whole congregation is holy. Why do you elevate yourself among them? You know, everybody is equal. Equality in everything. Moshe Rabbeinu has a different philosophy. He said, yeah, of course, כל העדה כולם קדושים, everybody has the right, and everybody has the sanctity of the fact that he was created in God's image. Everybody is the same in that respect. It could be that everybody is holy, but not everybody is a leader. You need somebody who has got to have for leadership, the strength to know that to lead requires initiative, and you need the ability to know what is right and what is wrong, taking away all the personal interest that you have. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu says when he's telling, when he went to talk to them and to try to convince them to live that way of life, and the challenge to Moshe Rabbeinu and the authority that was, because God is the one who is in charge, and who made him and his brother to be the Kohen Gadol and him to be the leader. And the way that Moshe Rabbeinu described it is in a pasuk in the Torah that he says like this. He said, "Ha'ish echad yecheta ve'al kol ha'edah tiksov." When God is asking, please, because God in 1 minute he said, leave me alone, I am going to destroy everybody. Again, everybody, because of the challenge that you have of the authority, is like challenging God. And Moshe Rabbeinu is praying with Aaron, is praying for the people, not for Korach, but for all the people, because he said, "Aish echad yecheta ve'al kol ha'edah tiksov." He said, there is one person who is sinning, the sinner, and you are going to be angry against the entire congregation. There are those who are the leaders, the rabble-rouser, and there are those followers. There are, and the way that he introduces that question against God that want to destroy all the people, he said like this: "If Kodesh as is El Elohei Aruchot Lechol Basar," the God who is the God of spirit of all flesh. How does he introduce that? He says, "Aish echad yecheta ve'al kol ha'edah tiksov." The God who is the spirit of all flesh. What does it mean? He was saying, and all the commentators say that what Moshe Rabbeinu was telling God, you know the thought of every person. You know the spirit in every person. It's not like a human being. Human being cannot discern what every person is thinking. So you know the difference between the real sinner and the others who are following and simply are hooked up by the demagogues. And therefore there is a difference. And even though the Korach introduced his challenge to Moshe like a democratic way, but Moshe has got a different philosophy. He said, yes, definitely, everybody is created in God's image, but you have to know that there is always a difference. What makes us strong is the diversity that we have in us. And everyone has something to really contribute. And not everybody is the same. And there are those who are leaders, and therefore this Shabbat, this parasha for this Shabbat, it really what encompasses is the most important thing, that not everything that you see, you can simply challenge just because you see that you have to be just the same. No, there are those who put much more effort, and there are those people who have got the ability to be the leaders, and you have to let them lead. Shabbat Shalom.